As for the Republican candidates, especially their second-tier group, all eyes 300 miles west of here on Iowa. Kansas Senator Sam Brownback, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, and Colorado Congressman Tom Tancredo all looking to score valuable extra points during a GOP debate moderated by ABC News in the Hawkeye State yesterday. Former Mayor Rudy Giuliani, Senator John McCain will not be participating in the upcoming straw poll Saturday in Iowa. Former Governor Mitt Romney widely expected to win that, a position that has left him vulnerable to attacks on his conservative record.
I was pro-choice, I am pro-life, and I'm tired of a
and
person
it is
who's
a truthful position. Every piece of that is truthful.
Governor Romney,
on YouTube and look for the governor what he says himself.
Governor Romney,
you can go back to YouTube and look at what I said in 1994. I never said I was pro-choice, but my position was effectively pro-choice. I've said that time and time again. I changed my position, and I get tired of people who are holier than thou because they've been pro-life longer than I have.
The focus on his effectively pro-choice record, not the only hot-button issue for Governor Romney. Speaking of holier than thou, in a break during an interview with WHO Radio in Des Moines, he also snapped back at a host who had kept asking him about religion.
No, I mean, I don't like coming on the air and having you go after my church and me and my...
I'm not going after you. I agree with your church.
I know, that's right, but I'm not running as a Mormon, and I don't, and I get a little tired of coming on a show like yours and having it all about Mormon.
Joining us now, our own Craig Crawford, Congressional Quarterly columnist, MSNBC analyst. Craig, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Mitt Romney's already fed up with questions.
Already tired.
Yeah, I'm thinking of JFK or even Al Smith. How's he going to make it through the primaries, let alone a general election? If he's tired of this now, it's not going to go away, is it?
Yeah, I wondered with this earlier than ever campaign, Keith, with the staffs and the candidates going, at such a pace so early and for so long, if they'll start wigging out early and as well as everything else being early. But his demeanor in this is going to be a mixed bag. I think people who aren't really following the issues will like the sort of tough response and combative style that he showed in this, and it was a little unfair on his part to say that host was attacking his religion. I don't think that was what was happening. But, as we've seen before, politicians like to dodge questions by attacking the questioner and making the issue. And I think that's what he was trying to do there.
And it's always nice to know that the camera is still rolling, even if the commercials are rolling at the same time.
I wonder.
Yeah, I think he's the only one of the top tier Republicans who's in that straw poll on Saturday. Is it possible that some of the third and second tier guys are going out after Iowa, and who that might they be?
Oftentimes these straw polls become good cover stories for candidates who are planning to get out anyway. Tommy Thompson, former governor of Wisconsin's already indicated if he doesn't do well enough, he's going to get out of the race. He might already be planning that, I don't know. But the second tier, the minor leaguers in the race, this is a chance for somebody to break out too. I mean, if there's a Ron Paul surge for him or Tom Tancredo, those are two that I'm actually watching, Keith, to produce some numbers there that might surprise us.
Fred Thompson providing no surprise. He's not in the debate, although he could have been on either side of it since he still works for ABC News. He could have been involved in the questioning or as a candidate. He's not in the straw poll. Are Republican primary voters in limbo until he finally makes up, at least theoretically makes up his mind, or at least announces what he's doing?
Well, one thing I noticed out of that last debate, Keith, I didn't hear something from commentators and some of the junkies that we've heard in previous Republican debates, which was that Fred Thompson's the winner because he wasn't there. I didn't hear that this time. I think that bubble's about burst on him if he doesn't get in the race and start showing something real soon. It's sort of, I never did finish reading that play, Waiting for Godot. I don't know if Godot ever actually shows up, but that's what this Fred campaign sounds like, waiting for Fred.
No, and he might be the first guy to drop out before officially entering, which would be
yeah, he's already had a staff shakeup and hasn't even gotten in yet.
But now this last thing here, talking about surprises waiting to happen. The Associated Press reporting today, Rudy Giuliani's daughter, 17 years old, indicating she will vote for Barack Obama. She was a member of Obama's Facebook group. So far, Giuliani has seemed extraordinarily Teflon-esque when it comes to issues about his family or families. Is this going to damage him, or is he just going to avoid this, swerve away from this skid as well?
I know this is something many Republicans, even some who are leaning towards supporting him, do worry about come the fall when the white hot lights are on the general election campaign and millions more Americans are paying attention. If there is an incident where this is spotlighted, how his family, his own children, are iffy about his presidential campaign and his previous wife, these things are of concern to Republicans.
Yeah, when you see a Giuliani ad for Obama, that's going to be a story one way or the other. Our own Craig Crawford, columnist for Congressional Quarterly, as always, great thanks for being with us tonight.
Good luck tomorrow. I'll be watching from the beach.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. Maybe very wet at this thing as well.